Hello guys, and welcome to Late Night Frights. I'm Chris Brock, Supervisor, and today we're doing horror battles, or this week I should say. And the two films I selected are John Carpenter's 1982, The Thing, versus the 2011 prequel, also named The Thing. If you've watched my review on my channel of The Thing, you already know how I feel about that. So, how does the prequel stack up against it? Is it better than the, well, I can't really say it's the original because I'll dive into that a little bit later. Which one's better, basically? Which one is the better film? We're here to decide that with this horror battle. But before, we go head to head, we battle it to the death. I'm going to explain the plots very briefly. So the plot of John Carpenter's The Thing, it opens off with this Norwegian helicopter chasing this dog. And he's shooting at it, and he just cannot kill it. And you're wondering, why is he, trying to kill this dog? And pretty much he's still chasing it, and he's chasing it to this American Antarctic research station where all these Americans are held up at. As the Americans run outside, the helicopter lands, and the Norwegian who is shooting at the dog accidentally drops a thermal charge and explodes the helicopter and the pilot. And he continues to chase the dog, and pretty much he runs into one of the Americans and he draws his gun out on him, and obviously they don't understand the language he's speaking in because he's Norwegian, and they're basically forced to kill him. And MacReady, who is played by Kurt Russell, who's our main character, him and the doctor go to the Norwegian camp to figure out what's going on, and they find this humanoid corpse. And I'm just going to stop right there. That's all I'm going to say. So that's the basic plot of John Carpenter's The Thing. So pretty much the plot of the prequel is, it centers around what happened at the Norwegian camp. We get to see all the events that played out at the Norwegian camp, and it's just, I like that idea better than them remaking it. I like the idea of a prequel. I like how John Carpenter, in his version of The Thing, he left it to the viewer's imagination of what happened at the Norwegian camp. But I do like the idea of a prequel. And we know that the Norwegian shooting at the dog is alive. We know that the Norwegian pilot's alive. But how did they survive? And is one of them the Thing? So that's some unanswered questions that the prequel might answer for you. I'm not going to spoil nothing. But it does tie together to John Carpenter's The Thing, and I like that. I think it's pretty cool. So that's the basic plot of the prequel. So round one of the horror battle is which one had better kills and effects. Easily, without a shadow of a doubt, John Carpenter's The Thing. I don't want to spoil nothing, but there's one scene where this guy gets his arms bit off. It was very unexpected, and it was awesome. There's one scene where this guy's head just gets, it was awesome. The effects are really top notch, and it's some of the best effects I've ever seen in film, in my opinion. I love the effects. I love that they're practical. Just love the effects, man. Just watch. You could go into it just watching it for the effects. That's how good the effects are. It's really a treat because you think the effects are, oh, that's the best they're going to get. They keep on getting better and better and better throughout the film, and I really like that. The prequel, it was CGI, and it didn't look too good. There's one scene at the beginning where this guy, his face gets, kind of ripped open. That was pretty awful, but I just figured out that the director had nothing but practical effects, and the company, or the studio, Universal Studios, went and put the crappy CGI in it, and he disowned the film. So I do have respect for the director trying to go the John Carpenter route and having nothing but practical effects. So I blame the studio, but definitely round one goes to John Carpenter's The Thing. So round two is pretty much which storyline do I like better. I feel like I'm cheating if I give one, a point over the other, because essentially they are, or they have the same plot. It's just they deal with it differently. They deal with the scenario differently, and a few differences here and there. So I'm just gonna give round two a tie. They both get a point because they both have the basic concept of The Thing. So round three is which film do I think had better acting. I thought the prequel had pretty good acting. You have the main girl, I think her name was like Mary Winstead or something like that. I thought she did a good job. I thought she did a good job as the lead lady. For some reason I found her really attractive. That was off topic. The other guy, who's kind of like the main character as well, he kind of shared the spotlight. He played off the Warrior with Tom Hardy, which he was his brother, and I actually really enjoyed that film. And I think he does good in this film. I like him as an actor. I think he's pretty good. And the rest of the characters I thought, or the rest of the actors I thought did a good job. They reacted how they should, in the situation that they were in. So nothing really struck me out as, wow, that was bad acting. I thought it was overall good acting, but doesn't beat the acting in John Carpenter's The Thing. No, man. You have Kurt Russell as R.J. McCready. He is just a boss, dude, in that film. He is awesome. I love that character. But the supporting cast behind Kurt Russell is amazing. You have the dude playing Childs. I forgot his name. I can never get his name right, but he's a good actor. The Doctor. You have everybody. Everybody does a solid job. And, yeah, you just can't beat John Carpenter's The Thing. That cast is awesome. So round 3 goes to John Carpenter's The Thing. So round 4 is which film had better atmosphere? Is it the prequel or John Carpenter's The Thing? The prequel had this pretty good vibe to it. It did have a good little atmosphere to it. It kept the original soundtrack from John Carpenter's The Thing. But I don't think it does have the same atmosphere as John Carpenter's The Thing, because John Carpenter's The Thing just captures you. It brings you in, and it feels like you're in their situation. It feels like you're isolated. It feels like there's no hope. There's no escape. And when a film does that, it's doing its job right when it makes you feel that, you're isolated. And, I mean, I just love the atmosphere in John Carpenter's The Thing. I just thought he set the tone of that film at the beginning, and it was like that all the way to the end. So, round 4 definitely goes to John Carpenter's The Thing. So, round 5 is which do I think is a better overall horror film, John Carpenter's The Thing or the 2011 prequel? I'm gonna have to go with John Carpenter's The Thing. I love the direction. I love the acting. I love the effects. I love the plot. I love the score. It's just a great film in my opinion. It is probably my favorite science fiction horror film of all time, and I'm really wanting to dive into that whole genre. Like, I want to see the Blob remake. I want to see The Fly. Obviously I've seen Alien and Aliens. I'm really interested in diving into that subgenre. But the prequel I thought was okay. What really brought it down was the CGI. But would I recommend the prequel? Yeah, I'd say give it a watch if you're a big fan of John Carpenter's The Thing. But yeah, John Carpenter's The Thing has won this horror battle. What do you guys think of the prequel and John Carpenter's The Thing? Leave your comments down below. And if you could, please leave a like if you've enjoyed this video. And stay tuned for Review Boys 77's video and Little Rocker Cutie's video this week. And thank you guys for watching. Peace.